this week's episode, we're going to go back to Generation Kill with Frosty.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Toffee 7-2. Go ahead. Friendlies are south. Go ahead and egress left. DOT when able, advise. Ready.
Maneuver warfare is America's warfare for the 21st century. It is all about the violence of action. With first recon at the tip of the spear, 7,000 Marines have just completed the Corps' longest march since the Barbary campaign against Tripoli in 1803.
Violence of action is a term that every infantryman hears all the time. It is an element of surprise, your strength, and your speed to overwhelm an enemy at the same time. So a lot of times if you're in an attack or an ambush, it's overwhelming. Everybody's online or shooting as fast as you can effectively to overwhelm an enemy. And that's pretty much what violence of action is.
Did you get Hasser's report on shooting that civilian?
Probably.
We gotta take care of this ass-covering bullshit. Be good for Hasser, too.
Oh my God.
He does his duty, he gets back to being a Marine.
Thanks, Mike. Mag. You're welcome. Feel the love. Walt. Baby. Alone. Finally, he speaks.
Well, finish your report, get it to me ASAP. You did nothing wrong. Gonna see if there's a better way to stop these cars.
Walt's got a great way, LP. Shoot the driver, stop the car.
Not all situations are perfect. Sometimes you find yourself in certain situations where you're protecting your buddies and you accidentally shoot an innocent civilian. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does. Because when your adrenaline's going, your heart is pumping, you're just trying to do what's right for your brothers to your left and your right. Killing an innocent civilian could weigh on a certain soldier. Some soldiers are different. Some soldiers will treat it, put it out of their mind. But there are some that will, treat it differently.
Well, Mike?
Rudy,
Yes, sir.
where the hell's Level's team?
They're out there. They're inspecting a T-72
A tank? Where?
in the swamp. The blown-out one. Gunnery Sergeant Griego, he informed us that
They're
you wanted to
covering
patrol
your
together.
ass, Nate. How would it look if that tank was operational?
Well, I'll tell you what it looks like right now. It resembles an incompetent moron climbing up the asshole of his company commander by inventing a bullshit mission. Did you seek my authority before tasking my platoon with this?
I did. I woke you 40 mics ago to affirm the order.
I hadn't been to sleep in 36 hours. I have no recollection whatsoever of you waking. I thought I was dreaming. Get the fuck out of here. And do not ever again mess with my platoon.
So a platoon leader is the officer of the platoon. He's in charge of taking care of his guys, his whole platoon. At no time should any sergeant or any other leader go to a platoon and send them out on a mission. So if you have a great platoon leader, he will take care of that. He will go to that other person and say, don't mess with my platoon. This is my platoon. I'll send my men on missions. And that's what I love about this platoon leader. He takes care of his men. And that's what it's all about, being a leader. You take care of your men.
Look, we don't know who anyone is. Could be a suicide bomber among us, so stay frosty. Keep your vehicles at a walking pace, and this is important. Keep a good distance from these people.
Roger. 35, 40 at a clip. Keep the families together.
Roger.
Get these people some water. Not the ass water. Get the bottle.
Grip tight. Good pace.
Carry that, miss? I got it.
Yo, break out some MREs.
Well, not all missions are combat related. Sometimes, escorting refugees or letting them through a certain checkpoint they're just innocent, and they're trying to get from one place to another without getting killed, especially in a wartime situation. Us as Americans, we have sympathy. So when there's a lot of women and children involved, a lot of times it's just normal for us to try and help out. But at the same time, you got to watch everything else. You can't let your guard down. You can't get complacent. So certain situations get very hairy, and you just try and do what's best.
You find us. I came up with Delta.
What happened to your cushy liaison gig at Al Jabar?
I ain't had a war since Somalia. I had to get some. But I seriously would not have jumped ship if it meant rolling with Delta. Dude, they don't got any gear or food. They were pulling escort duty just to eat. And then they got to rolling into these hamlets and doing these shows of force, you know, cowboy shit for fun. At this one town, I swear to God, they thought it'd be funny to give these little kids like bar mags. Like hustlers and maxims and shit. Show little Hajis what we're fighting for. This old Iraqi comes storming out, starts screaming at our interpreter, "Yo, man's got an RPG." What? Delta fucking freaks. They lobbed like 26 Mark 19 rounds.
So when it comes to reservists, I've worked with them before, and the undisciplined action, you could see the difference between a reservist and an active duty soldier. In 2003, when I was in Iraq, I used to watch the reservists roll out the gate, roll out the wire, t-shirts, you know, everyone in a different uniform, not in the right uniform, do-rags on, and they just didn't look disciplined. So reservists just have different rules sometimes. You know, they're all civilians in their normal life. So certain situations, this could happen where they just let loose of gunfire and take out a village, you know, why you got to worry about civilians, innocent civilians. Last episode, I'm really liking this generation kill. It is very accurate. The battles are perfect, and what the soldiers do in their off time is exactly what I experienced. So I'm really loving this this season. So thank you for watching. Comment, let me know what you think. Take a look at this episode. I want to know more about what you guys think. So, talk to you again soon. Thank you.